My name is Zur Attias. Welcome to 404 Monument Street in Concord, Massachusetts. This is a very unique house. It's designed by Jim Estes of Estes and Twombly out of Rhode Island. A very well-known architect. It is published in several publications, and it's got a lot of amazing features which I'd love to show you. One of the first things that struck me when we got to this house the very first time was not only the aesthetic of the house itself, but the setting. One of the things I want to point out is that there's an amazing view. That view, when it's drier out, is actually a view of more of a meadow condition. So there's an incredible amount of wildlife that comes to this location. The other thing that struck me about this house was that we have this incredible historic, New England barn, and we are in the historic district, so it's an amazing feat that this house made it through the Historic Commission. As I read the application notes, one of the things that was interesting to me about the Historic District's application, they felt so strongly about the architecture that the Historic Commission said that we cannot make changes to the proposed property and the architecture that is being proposed. So this is where the two-car garage parking is. But as you can see, this is a classic New England barn. And what's nice is, and I think it's nice in New England, is to have one that's undisturbed. So we're in the storage loft right now that's above the garage area in the barn. If you look at the view, one could potentially do some finished space here and really have a nice office area or maybe a rec room just steps away from the house itself. So this is a house where when you're living inside, you're really going to be enjoying the exterior. You can see the amount of glass that's here. If you look at the quality of materials in this property, the quality of materials is certainly at a superior grade. The stone material, the bluestone. When you look at the size and scale of doors, it's indicative of quality. Even the architectural decision to not use lumber here and to engineer a piece of metal that sets off this wonderful, really exterior room of this house. You can imagine what it would look like in the summertime. Incredible, incredible view. Come on in, let's take a look at the house. The thing that struck me about this home when I first came into it was the level of detail and finish work that's in this house. To me, this house is truly an architectural, not only exterior but interior. There's not a single thing in this house that isn't custom or thought about. And that is so unique to an older farmhouse. If you look at how you live in this house, this is exactly how we want to live in houses today. Open floor plan, Viking appliances, wonderful authentic countertop. It honestly does not get hipper than this kitchen. This is a fabulous kitchen. You have this wonderful loft-like living room area, which the architect really thought about it in a very wonderful fashion. So the room feels different even though it's in the same space. And when you look at the finish work in this house, the height of the windows, the type of lighting that's here, just a wonderful space. This space is open to a screen porch. You could style this in a manner that really suits you or your family. You could imagine seasonally what this would feel like. One of the things that I think is remarkable, this house was in Custom Home magazine, and obviously our own local Boston magazine. So it's great to see that a house garnered attention, and the house that you're going to invest in garnered attention based on its design alone. Now let's talk about some of the aspects of design that I really think are strong. When you have an open kitchen, you really do need some storage, and so it's a wonderful experience to have that from an entertainment perspective and a lifestyle perspective. But you do need some extra storage, and so the architect was very thoughtful and designed a very comfortable pantry area. When you have a loft experience in a house, you really want to have some space where you can just get away, get out of the main room. You could utilize this area in several ways. You could put a flat screen TV up, certainly, and make it into someplace where you might have more cozy seating. We have custom finished cabinetry, nice maple floors throughout the property. We have really simple but clean lined finish work around the windows. But it's nice to have some of those original details still. And we're going to see that when we go upstairs, because we still have some wide pine floors from the original house. Come on, let's take a look. But what's nice about wide pine floors, if you look at them, you have the original face-nailed wide pine. It's really nice to have some of the original, that authentic aesthetic, mixed with the modern aesthetic or contemporary aesthetic. This is what these owners are currently using as their master suite. What I like about it are these beautiful beams that are running inside this space. And then you pick up the silhouette of the barn and you pick up that long view. And this house has a big sky view. You walk into a space and you know when design and when there was a lot of thought in the choices that were made. Really tasteful space. Here we see a nice nursery space, which is really lovely. 2 windows, front of the house, and more of that wide pine flooring. We have a real treat as we go up to the 3rd floor. To design this shower, from what I understand, it took quite a good deal of work and labor. I've never seen this application, and I've been in many, many homes, many multi-million-dollar homes. And as you look at the application, to me that's amazing. They actually installed the hardware through the glass, and you really have this wonderful European sort of classic luxe hotel hardware, but it's all framed into the glass. So you can see it was done at a standard that's really very, very high. As you look at other aspects of this house, this is the dirty stuff, right? This is the grungy stuff, but this is the stuff that also saves you money. You can see that they use the spray foam insulation. It's just nice to know that the house is buttoned up. It's going to be efficient to run and operate. These current owners are using this space as an office. Look at the width of this window. Look at the height of the window, and it goes all the way to the floor, so it has a modern aesthetic. When you look at the view, and I think this is pivotal, the view is remarkable. Thanks so much for stopping by 404 Monument Street. I appreciate your time. If you want to see the property, feel free to contact me or contact an agent in my office. Or you can email me. You can go to the company website, which is theattiasgroup.com. Now, I suggest you get going. Bye-bye. Go. Leave. See you later. Get out of here. Thanks so much. Bye.